You know, Lana might be the best female character that Pokemon has ever had. She shines in almost every episode that she's focused in. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 118 of the Sun and Moon anime titled Aim for the Top Floor, the Explosive Dragon Gym just dropped, and in this episode, Ash is going to face off at the gym inspired by Kanto and Mallie City. How'll he do? Well, let's find out. The episode begins in the next morning from where the last episode left off, with Ash getting excited to do a gym battle. Not just him, but all of his friends are curious about the gym. Softcleese lets them know that it's not an official gym, it's just based off one. In the game, the gym in Mallie City is based off of Lieutenant Surge's gym. However, as we'll see, it's different here. Ash calls this Rowlet and Meltan back into their Pokeballs and they head towards their gym. Now, you know the battle's gonna be serious when Ash calls his Rowlet and Meltan back into their Pokeballs rather than letting them stay in their backpack. They're all waiting for the guide from yesterday when Lana spots a camouflage paper thing that ninjas use out of the corner of her eye and has Eevee attack it. However, a person made out of straw rather than the guide is there. Then across from them, an old man drinking tea laughs and reveals himself to be Anaki, the guide from last episode. After a bit of conversation, he leads them to the gym. The gym itself looks great. Actually, the gym looks more like the Sprout Tower than an actual Kanto gym, but it does have a bunch of Darmanitan faces on the building. So you know that this isn't really a Kanto gym. It's made by someone from Unova who thinks this is what Kanto gym looks like. It's a small detail, but I like it. Ash even asks what Kanto gym this is supposed to be based off of because, like I said, it doesn't look like one. And Anaki's like, whoa, you know about Kanto gyms? Ash tells him that he's from Pallet, and that's when Anaki's ninja's friends show up, and they're in awe because he's from Pallet Town where Professor Oak's from. So, Anaki's friend from left to right here, the female ninja or the kunoichi is Shirataki, the one in the middle that kind of looks like Softcleese is Ganmo, and the guy with the black uniform is Hanpen. They apologize for getting in Ash's face because although they're trainers in this Kanto gym, they've never been to Kanto themselves. Ash and Kiawe wonder if that means they're gonna get to battle all of them, but they explain that this gym is more like a game. Basically, you have to go through each floor to get to the top floor before you can battle their leader. All of our heroes get excited and say they want to participate, so the ninjas of course say yeah, and use a smoke bomb to disappear. In reality, they just ran behind a statue near a gym while they threw down the smoke bomb. Hanpen then invites our heroes to begin. The first floor is this cool swimming place with water fountains. It looks really nice. Hanpen tells them that the first thing they have to do is cross it, but before Lana and Eevee can jump in and just swim across it, he says that they have to use these specialty shoes or use their Pokemon to get across it, which is smart. Hanpen then uses the shoe that he gave them and makes it look easy. That's what Kiawe thinks at least, but when he tries it, it's much harder than he thought. Then Ash tries it and the same thing. He can't seem to do it and neither can Softcleese. The girls wonder what they're gonna do until Lily gets an idea. She uses Snowy to use powder snow to freeze the lake so they can just walk across it. Again, that's not cheating because Hanpen said earlier that they're allowed to use their Pokemon. Way to think outside the box, Lily. This also means that they've cleared the first floor. After that, the second floor stairs comes from the ceiling and they go up there, and the second floor, Ganmo is waiting for them. When they come in, he says that their challenge is that they have to eat everything in this table, and the food looks great, and they start eating it and they all enjoy it. Once they're done, they've beaten the floor. That's it. What a nice guy. He says that the reason for this floor was to make people appreciate Mallie City, and Lily says that now they appreciate Mallie City even more. But Mallow and Softcleese decide that they're gonna stay here and eat, and Mallow's gonna get the recipe. So they're not moving on to the next floor. The third floor is where Shirataki is, and she tells them that they need to use a shuriken to hit the target 3 times before they can move on. Ash goes first and nails it, which is pretty impressive. And then Pikachu wants to do it, so Ash throws 3 shurikens up in the air and Pikachu uses Iron Tail and nails all 3 to the board. That's even more impressive. Same goes for Kiawe and Marowak who are able to do it. But the most impressive out of everyone is Lana, who uses 6 shurikens at the same time and nails 2 shuriken on each of the 3 boards. Even the guys are like, whoa, this girl is scary. Lily tries to go next and hit it, but she can't. In fact, she almost takes out Kiawe with one. Her aim is so bad that she's throwing it at people behind her, and she even hits Rotom with one. She only stops throwing when Lana grabs her arm, and after she sees what she's done, apologizes. So she's not going to be able to move on to the next floor. That's it for her. But Shirataki tells Lana, Kiawe, and Ash that they made it, and Lily wishes them well. In the next floor is Anaka. For his floor, you have to do a very Ninja Warrior type course obstacle. You basically have to do climbing, running, balancing, jumping, things like that. Kiawe goes first since he says this is his specialty, and he does really well. As he's walking on the balance beam, Lana warns him that there's a freaking wrecking ball coming at him, but he's able to jump over it and avoid it and finish the obstacle course. Next person is Ash, who's also able to do it. And as he's walking on the balance beam, the wrecking ball comes in again. This time though, Ash has a plan and he sends out the Meltan to eat the chain and break the ball off so they don't get hit. And Meltan does so, but the wrecking ball goes flying and destroys the rest of the obstacle course, meaning that Lana can't move on. Ash apologizes, and while she is bummed, she does wish both Ash and Kiawe well, who move on to the battle floor. They head up to the battle floor with the Alola champion music blaring, and I got so hyped when I heard this music. Ash calls out to the leader, who makes his grand entrance through smokescreen. Who's that Pokemon? It's Goldeen! For the rest of the people who didn't make it, they get brought into the spectator seat by Anaki. The person behind the smoke is their leader. His name is Ryuki, and he calls himself a star. This means he's dressed like a rock star, not a ninja, which bums out Lana. He says that he's ready to battle, and Kiawe goes first. Kiawe's gonna use his Marowak, and Ryuki sends out his Zweilous. He then screams at the mic, which causes everyone to cover their ears before starting the battle by playing music. Apparently his Zweilous don't fight against each other when he's playing music. And the music he chooses, it's the XY Battle Bond theme. But it seems that not only do we the audience think that song is awesome, but so do the Pokemon, since both Togedemaru and Marowak start rocking out to it. As Marowak is distracted, Ryuki has Zweilous use Dark Pulse on it, and it KOs Marowak since it doesn't even try to defend itself. Ash is up next, and he's very smart and sends out Rowlet, who's so lazy that he's not really going to be affected by the music. And so the battle begins again with the same music, but Ash has Rowlet use Tackle, and it seems it's not being affected. Zweilous then uses Dragon Rush, followed by Bite, which grabs Rowlet in the feet, and it starts shaking it around. Meltan sees his friend being destroyed, and in response, goes to Ryuki and starts eating his metal shoe, which freaks out Ryuki. Eventually he calms down, but he says that he sees the fire in Meltan, so he's gonna turn this into a double battle. Ash thanks him, and Ryuki sends out his Druddigon as a second Pokemon, and the double battle begins. Meltan starts off with a headbutt, and then without listening to Ash, uses Flash Cannon, which Ryuki's Pokemon dodge, and then he has Druddigon use Dragon Claw and Zweilous use Bite. Ash tells both Rowlet and Meltan to dodge, and while Rowlet does, Meltan doesn't. Instead, it uses Harden, and is now getting hit by a series of Dragon Claws. Ash tries to have Rowlet save it by using Peck, but Zweilous stops it by using Bite, so it can't really get close. Then, he tries again by using Peck, but this time, as the Rowlet is diving down to use Peck, the Peck turns into a more powerful Brave Bird and hits both Druddigon and Zweilous. He saves Meltan, and Meltan's happy that he was saved by Rowlet. After that, Ash is like, "Are you two okay?" And once he knows that they're ready to go again, Ash has Meltan use Flash Cannon and Rowlet use Brave Bird, which KOs the two dragon Pokemon, meaning Ash wins. Nicely done, Ash. For winning, Ryuki gives him a gym badge, which is really just a pin with his face on it. But since it's a souvenir, Ash still accepts it. The episode ends with our heroes leaving Ula Ula Island and Kiawe being upset but fired up, and Mallow and Lana saying they want to come back here. Ash tries to thank Rowlet and Meltan, who are sleeping, but Pikachu notices that Meltan's really eating Ash's badge, and the final shot is Ash trying to stop Meltan from eating the entire badge. The after credit scene is Lana wearing her Mallie City robe, and her sisters are in awe like, "Oh my god, that looks so cute." She asks them if they wanted one, and they're like, "Yeah," and she surprises them with one for each of them before going to bed. How cute. This is a really fun episode. I actually like the idea of a tower where you have to do challenges to get to the next tower. I've always liked that in Pokemon games, and I don't think it's something that's really used much in the anime, so it's really cool to see every time they do use it. In the game, they have things like the Battle Frontier and the tower, but the anime, the gyms are always you walk in and you face the leader, and that's it. I knew that this episode was going to focus on Ash versus Ryuki, because that's what the episode preview was last time, but I was kind of bummed that they teased a Kiawe battle only for it to not really pay off. That really sucks. I hope he really makes it far in the league, because I really want to see a full battle with his team. Same with Lana. I mean, I knew we weren't going to get a battle with her, but seeing her get so far in the tower made me hope that she might, but alas. I actually think the tower is going to be a great representation of where our classmates are when stacked to each other when it comes to battle. I bet you this episode is going to be pretty similar to what happens in the league. That's just my opinion. In terms of the battle itself, I liked it. It was well animated, well choreographed, and I liked the story of Meltan being protective of Rowlet and vice versa. It makes the friendship between them more authentic. Also, I'm so glad that Rowlet got a new move. The fact that it still knows Peck and Tackle kinda sucks, but oh well, what can you really do? I'm glad Peck got replaced by Brave Bird, and I really hope before the league starts, Tackle gets replaced by something else too. Overall, it's a pretty good episode that I say is worth watching. The next episode, there seems to be a race of Vikavolts. Doesn't seem to be anything special in terms of the plot. It looks kind of like the Charjabug episode, except with Vikavolt. Vikavolt might learn a new move or two in this episode, who knows. Or this can set up to Horacio being a rival to Softcleese in the league, who knows. I think what might happen this episode, the main thing, is that Softcleese might get a Bugny MC, like I predicted a while back. Who knows? Regardless, I'm eager to find out. But anyways, that's it for my Pokemon Sun and Moon episode review. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, press the like button. It really does help me out. Share this video and comment your thoughts on the episode. What'd you think of it? You can click the link in the end card for more episode reviews, and you can follow me on Twitter at @PdGaming if you'd like. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.